First with Brian Christopher. Brian says, hey, maybe I do have to beat Jerry Lawler on TV in order to be the man here. So he's agreed to the match after Lawler at first had said, oh, that match is not going to happen. Here's Brian Christopher out of Memphis, Tennessee at 228 pounds. He heads to the ring to do battle with the King. Then Stacy.
Yeah.
Stacy came out here, and she is saying, look, I'm tired of all this trouble that's being caused for Jerry. If I'm the problem, I'm going to leave. I'm out of here.
Here's the King. Yeah, and the King has had a tough road to hold today.
Well, the King was not happy about that, and also somebody not happy about it, Randy's most loyal supporter, Brandon Baxter.
Yeah, that's true. Brandon is upset because Randy's about to run Stacy from Power Pro Wrestling, and that's got Randy and Brandon at odds. So it's just the whole thing is just in the air. I tell you, you just never know what to expect once you turn on TV5 Power Pro Wrestling.
It has been an interesting day on the Power Hour today. Referee Aubrey Wayne signals for the bell. And here we go. Christopher against Lawler. Lawler, a reluctant participant in this match. He would just as soon this match not happen.
Our main event today on the Power Hour. Next week, handsome Jimmy Valiant right here on Power Pro Wrestling.
Boogie Woogie Man, the boy from New York City, one of the favorites of all time in this area. Be sure to set your alarm clock for 11 o'clock next Saturday morning and join us for Power Pro Wrestling. It'll be another big one.
Big backdrop from Brian Christopher, and Christopher doing a little celebration over there.
Hey, don't forget, this is a huge match here today, but more are promised for Saturday night, October 3rd. Part of the Mid-South Fair as the Mid-South Fair presents Power Pro Wrestling at the Mid-South Coliseum. Back in the roundhouse.
Looking forward to that. Had a big weekend last weekend out at Liberty Land, and the Liberty Land and the fair environment has just been spectacular with all of the fans coming out. And looking forward to Power Pro Wrestling Saturday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, as you said, Dave. Stamped of approval by the Mid-South Fair down there.
That'll be October 3rd. Make your plans as part of your fair going to be at the Power Pro. Brian Christopher thinks he was outsmarting Lawler there.
Look at Christopher, whips the King into the turnbuckle, and Lawler comes out swinging, and he ducks Brian Christopher with the right hand. A few mixed emotions here today in the studio, Dave. One half for Lawler, one half for Christopher, and the time has just been crazy also.
Yeah, we got to take a break. We'll keep this going. We'll be back.
We bought out the factory, and now the savings are all yours. Fleming's has acquired $500,000 of rich imports from Italy, Indonesia, France, and the Far East, all for immediate liquidation. Hand-painted entertainment centers, imported decorated chairs, $4,000 dining sets, now $9.99. Hand-painted screens, china, storage pieces, rattan, and more. This merchandise is being offered now at Fleming's in Germantown on Poplar, an incredible savings on a first-come, first-served basis. Today, 10 to 9. One store only, Fleming Fine Furniture in Germantown on Poplar.
Feeling stranded, alone, left out? The car isn't a luxury today, it's an absolute necessity. Don't go a day longer without wheels. Call AutoQuest now at 324-2000 and get a ride. Regardless of your past credit history and with no money down, a phone call to AutoQuest can have you behind the wheel of a late model car or truck today. In a world on wheels, AutoQuest is your ticket to ride. Call 324-2000 now.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky. I let my family down, and I let this country down.
When a private affair becomes a public nightmare, the FBI caught her husband on tape.
The events of the past few days have been the most difficult of my life.
After 8 years of silence, Mayor Marion Barry's ex-wife speaks out. From the White House to your house, cheating husbands and the wives who have to choose. What would you do? Next open.
Monday at 4 on TV5.
For years, ER has been television's most watched and most honored show. Now, the producer of ER presents the next great American drama. 5 very different people.
He was going to leave, and we were going to move in.
Sometimes they're friends.
Howdy.
Sometimes enemies with one common bond, their family. The producer of ER presents Trinity, Fridays this fall on NBC.
Well, we just had a discussion here as to whether or not both wrestlers would just agree to make the fist legal. Yes, for you. There's Brian. He's using it. The agreement was not reached. I'm not sure he can do that anyway. The referee's warning him about it. You can't use the fist in a wrestling match unless it's an anything goes match, and this one's not signed that way. The action continues. Interesting, as you pointed out, Corey, half the crowd is chanting Brian, Brian. The other half is chanting Jerry, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's divided loyalties here between two guys who, especially Lawler, really didn't want to be involved in this match. He thinks it's just, and I think he's right, just a ploy by Randy to drive a wedge between Lawler and Brian.
And then it turned into a matter of pride between the two because Brian says, hey, I know I can beat you, Lawler, so let's get it on.
Yeah, and, you know, Brian is the future, there's no doubt about it, and he doesn't want to appear that he's second best to anyone.
You can't much blame him. Old saying is every dog has his day, so today is Randy Hales' day because Randy dreamed this up from the get-go today, from the start, and this bout is taking place. Lawler said it wouldn't. We were wondering if it would, and it's right here today on the Power Hour. We don't have much time for it. We apologize for that. Wish we did because this is a dandy. Look at Lawler. Right hand and again. He stacks Brian Christopher as Christopher gets to his feet, staggers down.
He had the fist raised as though I'm ready to go, but he was staggered by it and fell backwards. Lawler goes after him into the rope. Ooh. Man, look at these two guys
right
go, both of them down to the mat.
Yeah. Like a brick wall, they both just stepped right into each other, and they're both out. Here comes Brendan Baxter in, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong again.
He's climbing through the ropes. The referee says, you're not going to interfere.
Boy, look at this. What is Randy doing out here?
Randy jumps in the ring.
Randy.
Referee's trying to keep Baxter out of the action. Randy takes Brian over. There's a cover. He put Brian, he draped him over the shoulders of Lawler. The shoulders are down. Brandon says, make the count. 1, 2.
And here comes Dundee in.
He says, wait a minute, here's what happened. He's explaining to the referee.
And Bill, out to save the day for Lawler.
Here comes Billy Joe Travis. Look out.
Look out. Travis jumps in the thing.
Now Brian trying to get to his feet.
Whoa! Travis shoved Dundee. Dundee nailed him. Brian is up on his feet. Here comes Bulldog Reigns in. We got a ring full of them. Referee calls for the bell.
Yeah, we got everybody just about in there. Bulldog Reigns knocked back. Here comes
the streak in. So referee Aubrey Wayne says ring the bell. Lawler and Christopher continue to fight it out over in the corner. There's Christopher pounding away on him. Dundee's got Brandon Baxter. He nails Baxter. So Randy Hales' plan.
Well, Corey, it looks
finally
like
kicked in, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like Randy's plan has finally worked. And now we got a free-for-all going in here and no resolution to the main event. There was no pin. Hey, we'll have more next week on the Power Hour.
Goodness, what a day today.
Don't you miss next week at 11 o'clock. Valiant will be here next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. What a wild one. So long, everybody. Woo!